Parents out there, they are, today they're wondering that how we know our child is on drugs, because our child is not on drugs. So let's discuss this some points. How to know that our child is on drug abuse, is taking drugs, those drugs that are illegal, those drugs that are not allowed for us to be used. Parents, dear parents of that are listening, Madani Channel viewers, you start to look at the habits of your child. Number one, I'll give you a few points which just came in my head. Late nights. They like to be up late nights. They spend the late nights at early parts of the morning, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at the night. They're going out with friends and they're coming back in the early parts of the morning. And this is how they like to spend the night in late nights. You'll find your child using eye drops because the eyes are bloodshot. When they take a drug, the drug has such an effect on the brain. And the effect of the brain, of course, when they take the drug, it has an effect on the blood flow. And when it has an effect on the blood flow, it shows the effect on your eyes. When it shows your effect on your eyes become red. So when your eyes become red, they start to use eye drops. You'll see that they're carrying a small bottle of eye drops in their pocket. And when they come home, when they take out their clothes or whatever it is, then the eye drops is lying there. You realize that, oof, Maulana spoke about the eye drops. Yes, there's one sign. So these are some signs. Another sign is they're losing weight. Because when you start to take drugs, you have lost all count for eating. You don't care about food. You put the most beautiful food in front of them with the best khushbu. They don't care about it anymore because the best khushbu for them at that moment is the satanic drug that is a drug abuse, and they want to go for that. And they can even go out to 3 days consecutively without even eating. Then you will see, of course, the unusual pattern of friends. Watch their friends. If the friends' pattern starts to change, then you must know something is happening, and those guys are busy picking them up and dropping them off at certain parts of the day and certain parts of the night. Difficulty to wake up. They have to be at work. Unfortunately, they can't get to work. They can't get to work on time. They lose their job. The boss is not happy with them. There's some issues with them. They can't get to school. The teachers are complaining with them. So many issues about them. So these are also some issues. Some of them losing their jobs. Also losing the job. Every time they're losing their job, so these are some of the signs that parents have to check that my child is on drug abuse. So these numbers and views on Madani Channel, these are few signs. There are many more actually, but there's a whole list of them.
Yes, but Haji Aslam, all the signs that were mentioned, that mashallah beautifully mentioned, it goes back to the parents. If a parent has that relation with the child, then you'll be able to see the signs at the early stage. But if there is no bond between the father and the child, or no bond between the father and the daughter, then at times, by the time the parent sees these signs, the drug situation is at its end. He is so deep into drugs that it is so difficult to drive them out and take them out of the drugs. But if there is bond and relationship between a parent and a child, if the relationship between a father and the daughter, or a mother and the daughter, so at early stages of it, they will be able to see that, there are changes in my child.
You used to go to the masjid before, maybe example. The son used to go with the father to the masjid often, and all of a sudden he stops going towards the masjid. No, daddy, I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling tired. I'm busy with this, I'm busy with that. He constantly with excuses, and eventually also he stays away from the masjid. These are some signs actually.
Yes. But if there is bond, if there is bond between,
that bond that Masab is talking of. Children. You see, to avoid that abuse, to avoid that the child ends up being, abusive of the substance. The bond, if is there, you'll be able to recognize it from the early stages. Because what happens is, mostly you'll find we don't have time for our children. We don't have time. I mean, they've grown to the age of 18, 20. We feel now they're out of high school. It's fine. They are young, they're old, they're independent. And we start distancing ourselves. Actually, that is the time whereby we need to get really close to them. Because what happens is, one day he or she is going to be a parent. And very soon he or she will get married. And at what level of their lives do we actually start taking interest to say, okay, I know my child. I know my daughter. As long as that bond breaks, because, from the age of 7, we'll start encouraging them, we'll go with them to the masjid. To the age of 9, the enthusiasts, they have that, they want to go. 10, 11, 12, they start having friends, they start living life outside the home, because now we feel They matured. They're getting matured. They're getting there. At the age of 18, we say, no, they're responsible. We get them a driver's license. They can drive their own vehicles. Age of 19, 20, they go, they come back as they wish. We don't even know. You come home from work, you're tired, you're worried about your own life. Where's the children? No, they're just gone out to so and so, they're coming back. Are they really there? Are they really with those people that they said they're going to?
You know, I once, this type of question was posed to Mufti Sab, Mufti Abdul Nabi Hamidi Sab in a discussion. And he said that, you know what, parenthood or being a parent does not actually have a stage. There is no stage where a father can say, you know what, khalas, my job is done,
I'm no more parent.
I am no more. The job of a father, you know, in fact, it is beautifully stated that being a father doesn't start when a child is born. It starts when the mother is pregnant.
Subhanallah.
And once it has started, it doesn't stop.